So if we look at this right here, it's just a regular pouch, right? Regular pouch can attach to anything. But what does it mean to me? When I thought about doing my vision board for a particular year, I knew that my major goal for the following year was that I will be traveling. So this pouch is my suitcase.
Hello, hola, konnichiwa, wagwan. So let me just get straight into today's video. I'm talking about vision boarding and manifestations. I'm not sure if I know much about law of attraction to say anything about that, but I do know that vision boards work. For the past 3 years, I have been doing vision boards and I've seen many manifestations. Being in Japan is one of them, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about a very simple one, simple but profound. Okay, so let me just tell you the backstory just briefly. When I moved to the location I was living before now, I want to start saving some coins. So I went to the 100 yen shop and I saw a saving pan. We call it saving pan in Jamaica, piggy bank, you know, and it looked so cute, and I liked the fact that it had like measurements and it went up to 300,000 yen. So while you're saving, you can see your results, and that's what I liked. And of course that motivates you, because the more you see it climbing, you want to put more in it. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I bought it and I started putting in my 500 yen coins, because it's only for 500 yen coins. Suffice it to say, one evening I looked at my vision board, and I'm going to show you pictures of what I'm talking about. I looked at my vision board and I saw a picture of a piggy bank, transparent, similar to the one that I bought, similar size, I think, except that the picture had plants, like what were like plants growing on the outside of it. So I used that picture to depict that my money is growing. When I saw it, I looked at my piggy bank. I'm like, wow. The only thing I needed to do was to add some flowers to my piggy bank to make it the exact picture that I had on my vision board. That sounded so simple, but it is quite profound for me to show how your mind works when you actually put the pictures out there and you see it every day. And if you don't know much about vision boarding, I'm not an expert, but I do have an expert here with me today. I'm so lucky and honored to have her here. She is the founder of Tunnelvyou. So it's Tunnel VYOU. And as that suggests, it's all about you. She's gonna tell us more about that, what her business is about, what her main aims and goals are for you. Okay, so give it up, put your hands together, and let's welcome Seyvonnie Campbell to tell us her story about vision boarding and a little bit about how it is that you can get help with self-development, not just vision boarding, but overall, because you know we're going into 2021, so we gotta do the do, right? And we're not gonna wait until we get there. We're basically going to start doing the work from now, and we only have a few days left before 2021 is finished. This is my sister from Jamaica, also living in Japan, and I just told them about Tunnelvyou. So nice. Talk to us a little bit more about it.
All right, so Tunnelvyou is a self-development initiative that puts the spotlight on you. So as you already told them, it's VYOU. So it's coming from the concept of a tunnel vision. It's a self-development initiative that allows you to zoom in on your life, your goals, your values, your morals. So it's like you have a magnifying glass over your life. Wow. And you are scrutinizing, you're examining, and you're trying to find out what is important to you. So it's not what is important to my kids, it's not what is important to my spouse, but it's what is important to us. And oftentimes we realize that persons who may have children or persons who may be married, they tend to neglect one of the most important aspects, maybe the most important aspect of each relationship, which is ensuring that you are functioning at your best.
Wow, so hold on, it's not just for young people.
No. It's for any age group.
And it's not just for single people.
Definitely not.
That is so good to know, because I've talked to like so many persons' mothers, and the moment they start to have kids,
right,
they just neglect themselves. It's all about the children, it's all about the household.
Yes.
And what I've learned is that if the mother or if the woman of the house is not well, then everything else gets affected.
Right. So all your relationships are important, So I'm not saying that your relationship with your kids isn't important, or the relationship with your spouse isn't important, but the relationship with yourself is equally as important, and it may be even more important, because if you aren't functioning at your best, then you don't have enough to give to your kids, to give to your family members. So you have to ensure that you as an individual, as a person, you're well and you are achieving what you want to achieve.
And that's where Tunnel View comes in. I love it.
So as I said, it puts the spotlight. I was going through university and I had a lot of mishaps, and I had to redirect and find a new way and find other ways to make things work. I realized that I couldn't have done this without a tunnel vision. Right? So it's from that time that I had this concept in mind, but I never really fully materialized it until maybe 2 years ago, when I realized that this is something bigger than me. This is something that is not about me, but it's about helping persons to understand that their goals, their dreams, it all matters, but sometimes you just need a little extra push to get there.
I know what you mean.
That's what this program is all about.
Oh, nice. So I also talked a little bit about vision board, and of course Tunnel View is not just about vision board, but the whole man. I've seen a different side of vision boarding, because for me, I've seen like on the internet, most persons, they talk about digital vision boarding or vision boards, or they do like the cartridge paper, the big ones and so forth. I've never seen anyone done the vision boards or vision, what do you call them?
Vision boarding is okay, or the vision.
I've never seen anyone document or put together their vision in this way like you've done, and I really want you to share that with us.
All right, so when I started vision boarding, we hear the term and I wanted to find out what it is. So I studied, I researched, I went on to other programs, etc. I found out what a vision board is. So the very first year I did my vision board, I did the cartridge paper, the colored cartridge paper, and I got my magazines and I cut, placed it on the cartridge paper. All is fine and dandy, right? Now moving from that, I realized that this vision board is something that is personal to me. And at the time, I lived in a household with many persons. So, sometimes you don't want your sister to see a vision board. If you have, I want to save $200,000.
Or if you want a nice, handsome man.
Yeah, the husband, and you put it on the vision board, and everybody, what that she really... No, we don't want that. I never wanted that. So as a result, I developed this part of the program in that I took my major goal for that year. So whatever year it is, you take your major goal and you use your major goal as the framework, or as the house. The house for your other goals. What do I mean by that? So if we look at this right here, it's just a regular pouch, right? Regular pouch can attach to anything. But what does it mean to me? When I thought about doing my vision board for a particular year, I knew that my major goal for the following year was that I will be traveling. So this pouch is my suitcase. Yeah? So because this pouch is my suitcase now, this means that all the other goals that are in this pouch, I'm not going to take them out and show you, but I placed cards on them, or I placed an actual object in this pouch to represent my goals. But this pouch, every time I see it, I know that, all right, Seyvonnie, I need to go sort out my flight ticket, All right, Seyvonnie, I need to ensure that I have my clothes ready. If I'm going into a country where it's winter, I need to ensure that I pack warm clothes. So this pouch reminded me day in and day out that I am moving to another country, I'm migrating to another country, so I need to get ready.
So if it's a case where you haven't yet gotten the opportunity to travel, but you want to travel,
right,
then you can even start with this.
You can start, yeah.
This is my traveling pouch, and you put all the little things.
It's my suitcase.
Thank
you. And the thing is, Katie, and if you came into my house and you saw this suitcase, it wouldn't mean anything to you.
No.
It wouldn't mean anything to you. So it's not like everyone is seeing your goals
Private,
right here.
Yeah.
It's very private. No one knows what it means unless you tell them. So that's how I want us to visualize our goals in a way that we can actually bring it to life, not just on a piece of paper. Yes, you can do that. I'd never discourage anyone from doing that. But if you want to take it a step further, if you want to make it more real, you can just use this as an option.
Like, what are the other things that you do other than vision boarding?
Right. Tunnel View is more than just the vision board. That is like just a very small part of what this initiative is about. It's more about developing the man, developing who you are. You have to first know who you are. You have to first visualize yourself in the place that you want to be. So if you want to be a doctor, even though you're not a doctor now, you have to view yourself as a doctor, and then you work towards becoming a doctor.
So where do you come in? Like, how do you help us to get to that point?
Right. So I have a step-by-step plan that helps individuals where you're at. So it's not like a group initiative. It's an individualized program.
One-on-one, more
right. So if you're 12, if you're 16, if you're 30, if you're 50, I can help you.
And let me just interject. I would suggest that you start from, like, for your kids, or if you have anyone around you, teenagers, etc., I would recommend that you start from there, because I figure that I would have been, sometimes we say would have been further in life if we had some mentorship or some form of self-development before we got to our 20s or 30s or whatever.
I agree.
So it starts from like 12. You said 12.
From kids, because we have to learn that acknowledging and accepting who you are, it can start from any age. So you don't have to wait until you're out of university and doing a job. No, you can start from a child or even a teenager, and then you can get the training, get the development, get the guidance. I call it guidance. I don't call it training. Guidance, because a lot of the work is up to you.
Oh, yes.
I can guide you, but in the end, a lot of the work is up to you.
Also, it's a step. You said it's a step-by-step
process. So we start with a consultation and an evaluation. So from that evaluation, I can, use my certification as a coach to guide you, give you suggestions, what program is best for you, how we can approach it, what we should start with first as opposed to what should come next. So it's literally an individualized program.
I love that.
So for you may need a second evaluation. Someone else may just do well with one evaluation, and then we step into the program. So it's whatever the individual needs. That's what Tunnel View caters to.
I love that. You know why I love that? Because a lot of times we sign up for programs, and because it is set for like a group, it's not tailored for your specific needs. So sometimes you get lost along the way, and you don't necessarily get what you're supposed to be getting out of the program, because you can't have a one-size-fits-all when it comes down to self-development.
I agree.
So I really love that part of it.
I have been a part of many group programs as this, and they have been good, they have been beneficial, but I've always realized that the thing that I lacked was individual attention. So even when they're having their vision board parties, I am there and I don't want to put this thing on my vision board because I don't want everybody to see, it's supposed to be something personal with me and my vision board. So with that, now I'm like, all right, if I'm going to give a program, if I'm going to introduce a program to people, I'm going to consider what it is that I would have liked, what it is that I would have wanted. And I wanted an individual program, and it's there, you know, it's there, but it's so expensive.
So that means wait. So if it is so expensive, that means you won't be charging us an arm and a leg. And you did say that you're qualified, you're certified.
I am certified, yes.
Okay,
it's not going to be an arm and a leg. However, it's not a devalued program.
Of course.
So you will be, whatever you're paying, it's what you are getting. It's we're not doing any shortcuts. We're not jumping through any hoops. You're paying for the actual service, and trust me, it's worth it.
Okay, so you have different programs, right? And for different time frames, because you have persons who have been in a particular part of their life. They're already somewhere and they just want to get somewhere else, so they don't necessarily want to start from the bottom. You have that, but as you said, it's tailored.
It is. It is. So based on the evaluation, I will see, okay, where is this person at? Is this person a professional already, or is this person moving into the professional field? Is this person in high school wanting to choose their subjects for CSEC, wanting to choose a career field? Wherever the person is, I meet them right there, and then we not just me or not just you, but we take it from there and we move up to achieve the goals that you want. And the evaluation will bring your goals to light. So we always talk about our goals being smart, timely, relevant, etc. And I have incorporated all of that in this program. So when you write your goals or when you set your goals, I give you tasks to complete. So these tasks will allow you to examine those goals, and that from that examination you'll realize, maybe this goal is too big for this time period. So either I need to break this goal down into sub goals, or I need to extend the time period some more. So it allows you to see your goals in a very realistic manner, so you can know, okay, can I really achieve this? Because sometimes, you know, when we don't achieve our goals, we really get down on ourselves. And sometimes it's our fault, sad to say. The goals were really too high, and we never had the time to do it. Right?
That's true.
So realistic goals, proper time frame to achieve those goals.
I love it. And you yourself, like knowing you as an individual, as my sister and everything, I know that you have accomplished a few of the goals that you've set out. And so that's one of the biggest things, like personal testimony. If you're gonna sell something to me and say, oh, this will make you feel happy, I need to see that you're happy. So this girl has accomplished so much. You know, she doesn't like to hear the drum beat about her about stuff, but she's a self-development coach, and you want to know that somebody is going to coach you is already coached. You know what I mean? They're already at that place where they understand themselves and so forth. So I like this, that it actually, because I spoke earlier about the vision board, so it ties in, you know, it's a little part of it. But before you even do the vision board, it's good that you get that evaluation, understand what it is that you want to accomplish. And then, because for me, I've been vision boarding for 3 years, but I've never really set goals per se. I'm not sure. Where do we start? Do we do the vision board and set goals, or do we?
It depends on the individual. As I said, it's not a one size fits all.
Okay.
So some persons would want to write those goals on a piece of paper and then go on to doing the vision board. But some persons would want to have the vision board and have their magazines and cut out the magazines and then think about their goals. You know, it varies from persons to persons. But for me, I tell persons, first thing, write them down on paper. All of them. Even if they don't seem realistic, just write everything down. Brain dump on that paper. Because during the evaluation, during the consultation, during the progress evaluation sessions, you're going to flesh all of those out. You're going to flesh all of it out.
So
and
exciting.
Then you'll be able to say, okay, maybe this one doesn't seem like it's going to work. So maybe I need to try something else, or maybe I need to refine it, because the logo or the tagline, of Tunnel View is refining and redefining your goals.
Say that again.
So I'm not changing your goals. We are going to refine or redefine your goals.
Wow, I love that. So you're not coming to change me.
No, honey.
Refine and redefine.
We're gonna work together to ensure that in the end you are satisfied with your goals and you are enticed to want to reach those goals.
Wow.
So the next part is this vision book. This one now is very personal to me. Very, very personal. I remember one year I really wanted to write a book, and it was coming, but it wasn't getting there. I was writing, but I wasn't writing fast enough. So I decided that will be my major goal for this particular year. And I got a book and I labeled it Vision Book. And this book represents the book that I wrote. So whatever goals you have, whatever things you want to do in a particular year, 2022 is coming up. So if your major goal for that year is to purchase a car, purchase a car, we can talk about that in the evaluation session, and we can say, okay, how can you represent this in a way that may not be so obvious to other persons, but you know what it means to you when you see it. Do you want to
adding the goals that you need to add to get the car?
Right. So do you want to like get a cardboard and cut it out and actually make a car? It might look like child's play, but trust me, it will mean a lot to you. And if Katie came in my house and saw the toy truck there, you might laugh after it, but yes. Hey, that's how vision boarding is. Persons don't have to understand, persons don't have to get it. Katie, it's my vision, you came and you saw it and you're gonna leave it, but I'm gonna accomplish it,
Nice.
So that's how it works.
Wow, I am so excited, and I think I'm gonna get this service for myself, and I can think about some persons who would really love this, because for example, Stacy, my sister, and I, we usually do the vision board together.
Oh, nice.
And she tried to find some pictures, like for example, she would find a picture of a heart, and then she's like, nobody knows that this means my heart is gonna get better or whatever. I can see her loving this. So please tell us, how can we get in touch with you?
We're working on a website, but until then, I have an email address, tunnelvyou@gmail.com. That's tunnelvyou@gmail.com.
Okay, and I'll link it in the description. All right, thank you so much for listening to us today, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.